Okay, you guys, it is time for my absolute favorite video of the school year, unboxing and curriculum reveal. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. All right, first up is from Amazon. How Great is Our God by Louis Giglio. So me and the kids are about to finish up Indescribable by Louis Giglio. You've probably seen it. It's hugely popular with other homeschool families, but it's a Christian devotional that has science wrapped into it, and it's so beautiful. I personally was kind of tired of it because it took us 2 years to get through it. But as soon as we were done with it, the kids were like, oh my goodness, Mom, like I want to keep going through these books. And I'm like, okay, so he actually has 3 now. But I think this is the second one he published. On the scripture, Luke 16:10, if you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in large ones. And so he will pair that scripture with a science lesson. It's about being faithful in the little things, so you're faithful in the large ones. And then it talks about how God's miracles can come in the most like tiny microscopic form. It gives the example of duckweed, which is the smallest flower on earth. Very cool. Highly recommend anything from Louis Giglio. So that was the only book in that box. And then we have a biggie here from All About Learning Press. This will be our second year using All About Reading. I intend to take the kids all the way through all 4 levels, 5 levels for Daisy. My daughter going into first grade this year because she did the pre-K like phonics level, and my son didn't get to do that one. Totally wish he had. But let's see which level this is. So here's the flashcard box, activity book and stickers. So there's more than this, and then here's the flashcards that I need to like break up and sort out into this box. So since my son is still in the middle of level 1, he was a little bit more than halfway through level 1 when we stopped for summer break last year. And I was silly and did not save the activities. So the activities are all cutouts, and I would just toss them. And as much as this curriculum costs, now I totally wish that I had put them in page protectors, in a binder, and I didn't, and lesson learned. But it's okay. I'm going to save all activities into a binder from now on. But this will be for my daughter. She only got about halfway through the pre-K level last year, but I can just tell that she's ready to read. She wants to. She asks how to spell things all the time. She writes letters in her free time. So I think she's ready. I think it will be motivating to her rather than stressful. And I look for those cues from my kids when it comes to teaching them reading. So we'll probably jump right into this. I'm planning to start in August. So I'm not going to open the details of that, but you can look at last year's curriculum unboxing if you want, because I did do a flip through in that as well. This next one is also from All About Learning. So this is going to be Silas's level 2. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Their readers are so gorgeous. Like, this is glossy hardback. Not every I'm not going to name names, but I have looked at other readers from other companies, and these will last forever. They are so nice. So anyway, yeah, level 2 is a green color. So he needed everything pretty much except for letter tiles, because there's spelling exercises. When he's at his dad's, they use literal tiles. It goes on a magnetic whiteboard, and they're just little magnetic letters, and he does spelling exercises on it. I use the app when he's with me because it's less mess. But so here's the level 2 teacher's manual. Is level 2 flashcards that I will need to get out and break up. And here is the level 2 activity book. And again, lesson learned, I will totally keep the activities after they're cut out for my daughter to go into. Now, Silas, like I said, is a little more than halfway through level 1. I think it will discourage him to go right into 2. I don't think he's ready. I actually think he needs to pick up where he left off and finish that curriculum. However, I am going to be skipping some of the extra activities. I don't think he needs to be quite that thorough. They have a lot of optional like games and activities that you can do additionally for kids that you can tell really need to drill in more practice with reading. But basically where we were right before we quit for summer break was we were trying to complete a whole lesson a day, where normally a lesson would actually take 2 to 3 days. So we're just going to try to breeze through that level 1 and hopefully be done before November or in November. That's kind of my goal for him. I'm gonna break this bad boy open because we are not going, because I don't want the mess, but also because we are not going straight into level 2 when we start back up in August. Oh, I cannot even get over these readers. You just have to hold them to know what I'm talking about. Leaf Publishing Group, which means that it's from Master Books. No. Work with catalog. That's always exciting because I'm a dork and love flipping through homeschool catalog for pleasure. I know. That's why I'm here making this content, you guys, because I love it that much. This is not obligatory. This is like my candy time. I kid you not. My daughter is going into math level 1. Now, neither of my kids quite finished their math books last year, but Daisy is ready for level 1. And then Silas is going into math level 3, the parrot book. So these books are a combination of mastery, and I'll show you some sheets in level 1, a combination of mastery and spiral, loosely based and inspired on the Charlotte Mason method. Dead simple. I just really like it. It's kind of like there's not a lot of prep. I don't have to buy a lot of materials. I can just kind of open the pages a few minutes before we get started and know exactly what to do. But she still incorporates enough hands-on, this is level 3, that it's interesting to the kids. So, and what I'm going to do, because the kids, neither one finished their math curriculum from last year, someone on TikTok recommended I do this, so I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but thank you so much for recommending this because I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea. So I'm going to take a few pages from each different concepts that they didn't get to learn from last year's curriculum, put it in a binder, and basically make that like their morning exercise to do on their own, so that they don't miss out totally on any concepts that they should have done from the previous grade, and just kind of cycle that in throughout the year. But we can still go ahead and jump into the level they're supposed to be in. This is math. All right, and then we've just got 2 packages left, both from Amazon. Oh, do you know what? I forgot to show you guys. I forgot to grab it, but we actually only have 1 of 2 packages in so far. The kids also do Handwriting Without Tears. Love, love, love that handwriting curriculum. I will insert a video of it here. My daughter's going to be in the purple book, and my son is going to go back through the orange book. We flew through it so fast. It is so effective. I think the chalkboard exercises are absolutely genius, and we're probably only going to do handwriting once or twice a week. We were doing it 5 days a week the first time we tried Handwriting Without Tears, and that was just unnecessary. But again, this is a curriculum that I intend to do all the way through. Like all the curriculum they have to offer, we're going to do it. So I believe there are 6 books available because it goes like pre-K to 5th grade. Actually, I think there's 2 pre-K levels because there's like a very beginner toddler tracing book as well, if I'm remembering right. I think that's like a green book. So my kids will have gone through all the levels. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this one. Ultimate Survival Guide for Kids. So yes, we are doing a survival theme this year. We are going to do, in previous years, I have not bothered a lot with history, geography, social studies, science, because it's not required in my state, and I really just felt I could just tell for them it was unnecessary and they were not going to glean a lot or retain a lot from it. But this year is different. They are so excited to learn. Like, we sat down a few nights ago and read one of the devotionals from the Louis Giglio book, and they instantly wanted to watch more videos about spiders because it was teaching about the wolf spider in that devotional. So I was like, you know what? Like, the spark is in their eyes, and I can just kind of see they're ready to do more. I just looked up survival skills for kids on Amazon. I looked through some of the sample pages, and this looks absolutely brilliant. Even like the way that the pages are laid out. I'm going to take some time to sit down, go through this, see what I want them to learn, and plan it out on a level that is practical. I've just learned not to make everything 5 days a week. It's not practical. It leaves no room for field trips, etc. So I'm going to look at doing these lessons again, like the handwriting, 1 or 2 days a week, and then plan out a theme according to each quarter. How to survive a tornado, how to survive in the desert, what to do in a forest or fire brush, how to escape from a burning building. Something else I will do for survival skills is I'm going to incorporate just a little bit of self-defense. I'm very fortunate that I was taught karate as a kid, so I have my 3rd degree brown belt in Kenpo karate. I also took some light training in Kali knife fighting and jiu-jitsu ground fighting. And I want my kids to know some of those things without being forced to take really rigorous training in it, because there's so much I want them to know about survival skills that I want to give them just a taste of everything and then kind of let them branch off deeper into the one of their choosing. Again, I'm going to break down by quarter, just teaching them 2 or 3 very basic self-defense moves. Check out this book on Amazon. To our last box. This one, spoiler, has already been cut open because you know how Amazon sometimes combines items together? This had a TV stand in it I really needed, but I promise I did not touch the books. 3 books here. So again, making up my own science unit, we have Backyard Bugs. This had really good reviews on Amazon. It has pictures with all of them, just a very kid-friendly encyclopedia. So I thought it would be fun on some of our nature hikes to look up which of these bugs is local to us, because these are just very, like, I don't know the word basic or common bugs that people can find in their backyards, right? I just want the kids to practice identification, learn some facts about them. I think that looking at things like that can be such a testament to the miracles that God makes, like down to the finest detail in creation. So Backyard Bugs. The Read Aloud family. I'm a little embarrassed that I did not buy this sooner, because let me tell you, this has got to be a staple on every homeschool family's shelf. This book is brilliant. It teaches you the most effective ways to instill the value of reading in your family and your children. Really good suggestions for how to do read aloud every day. And one of the main reasons I bought it is because it has this comprehensive list of read aloud suggestions inside it, based on theme, based on topic, based on age. So I'm going to be referring to this book a lot for some of the unit studies that I'm putting together. Lastly, Exploring Nature activity books for kids. This had wonderful reviews, and I was so impressed when I looked at some of the sample pages, because these are such intentionally thought out lessons. Let me see if I can find you an example. And this combines science and survival skills for kids, which I love. Okay, so here's an example of a lesson called Map It Out, and there's nothing for me to do except to read it a little bit ahead, and then pretty much follow the plan for this lesson verbatim. So it says, when exploring nature, it is important to know where you are so you don't get lost. Our ancestors followed the sun and stars for direction, but today we mostly use GPS or a map. Get familiar with your neighborhood so that you can explore safely. Drawing your own map is a great way to learn your way around. When walking to an unfamiliar place, try drawing or writing down landmarks along the way to help you find your way back. You may also want to map out the way to a special nature spot so you can revisit it easily. For this activity, we will practice mapping what you can see and hear. I just think that's so smart and so basic and kid-friendly, and yet the concepts are so important for life. Here's like a science craft for making your own fossils. I'm going to be taking like field trips to the Creation Museum, possibly the zoo. We are going to take a lot of trips to like our local park for nature walks. Well, that is all our books. We will also be utilizing Give Your Child the World to put some of these unit studies together as well. That's not a new book. I got it last year, but it it is basically a comprehensive list of stories, again divided by area of the world and age for the children, and it combines history, geography, and social studies in a story. So all I have to do is, kind of plan out the unit study I want to do, refer to those lists, and then go get the stories from the library. Love, love, love that book. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this unboxing. Follow along if you want to see more of how I'm preparing and setting up for the new school year. And of course, we'll be doing like days in the life and stuff like that. So have a great school year, you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.